Hey Sam. I hope you're doing well today.
Hi Alex. I'm excited for our lesson. What's the word we're learning today?
Today, we're learning the word.
Recht.
It's a really interesting term.
What does
Recht.
mean?
Recht.
Means,
Right.
in English, as in something that is correct or just. It can also mean
Law. Justice.
the most common use is when we talk about rights, like
Human rights.
That's cool. Are there any false friends with this word?
yes, there are. Some people confuse
Recht.
with the English word,
Right.
thinking they are always the same. But remember,
Recht.
can also refer to laws and justice, not just correctness.
How do we use
Recht.
in grammar?
Great question.
Recht.
Is a neuter noun, so it uses the article.
Das.
The plural form is.
Die Rechte.
You can think of it as
The rights.
So, how would I use it in a sentence?
you could say,
Das Recht ist wichtig.
meaning,
The right is important.
in the past tense, you might say,
Das Recht war wichtig.
meaning,
The right was important.
And how would I say
I have a right.
you would say,
Ich habe ein Recht.
the past participle is,
Gehabt.
so you could say,
Ich habe ein Recht gehabt.
meaning,
I had a right.
what about the origin of the word? Where does it come from?
Recht.
comes from the old High German word.
Rite.
It has been used for centuries in German culture, emphasizing the importance of justice and law in society.
That's really interesting. It has such a long history.
It does. The meaning has evolved, but it has always been tied to notions of justice and correctness.
Can we break down the word a bit more?
Sure. The word
Recht.
doesn't really have a prefix or suffix, as it's a standalone term. But think of it as a foundation for many related words.
So, it's like the base Lego piece.
Exactly. You can visualize it as the core piece that connects to many other concepts of justice and rights.
What are some similar words to
Recht.
There are quite a few. For example, there's
Rechtsanwalt,
which means
Lawyer. Rechtsordnung,
means.
legal order.
Then there's
Rechtsstaat,
which means.
constitutional state.
What about other words with the same prefix?
Good thought. With the prefix,
Rechts,
we have
rechtschaffen,
meaning
Raitius,
and
rechtzeitig,
meaning.
on time.
What about some everyday situations where I might use
Recht.
Let's think of a few. Imagine you're at a legal meeting. You could say,
Ich habe das Recht zu sprechen.
meaning.
I have the right to speak.
That sounds useful. What else?
If you're discussing laws with friends, you could say,
Das Recht schützt uns.
which means.
The law protects us.
I can try that.
Das Recht schützt uns.
Perfect. One more situation could be when discussing human rights. You might say,
Die Menschenrechte sind wichtig.
meaning.
Human rights are important.
Die Menschenrechte sind wichtig.
Got it.
Now, let's talk about gender memory hints for.
Recht.
Sure.
Since it's neuter, you can remember that many nouns ending in are often neuter. Visualize a scale of justice to remember it represents fairness.
That's a good image.
Now, let's go over some usage notes.
Okay.
Recht.
Is generally neutral and can be used both formally and informally. Common phrases include
Das Recht haben.
meaning
To be right.
and
Recht sprechen.
meaning.
To administer justice.
Are there any similar words I should watch out for?
Yes, be careful with
Recht.
when it means
Right.
compared to,
Rechts.
which means
Right.
in the sense of direction.
Can you give me some example sentences with
Recht.
Of course. For instance,
Ich habe das Recht auf Bildung.
which means
I have the right to education.
nice?
another one is
Das Recht wurde geändert.
meaning.
The law was changed.
I like that one.
Here's another.
Er hat das Recht auf eine faire Anhörung.
Meaning.
He has the right to a fair hearing.
Great.
And you might also use
Wir haben das Recht zu wählen.
meaning.
We have the right to vote.
I think I understand.
Let's do a quick recall check before we wrap up. What is the gender of?
Recht.
It's neuter, right?
Correct. What is the plural form?
Die Rechte.
Yes. How would you say?
I have a right.
Ich habe ein Recht.
Exactly. What does
Rechtsanwalt.
mean?
It means.
Lawyer.
Great job. And what does
Recht schützen.
mean?
To protect the law.
Close. It means.
To protect rights.
Awesome work today, Sam. We learned a lot about
Recht.
Thanks, Alex. I really enjoyed it.
remember.
Recht.
Connects to many aspects of justice and law in German. Keep practicing, and you'll get even better.
I will. See you next time.